Badon, I hope we are all there. Let's vote now. Hello? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Technical team. All right. Let's vote now. Okay, thank you very much. Pastor Parangata, may you read the votes for us?
Okay, I think it's crystal clear, Mr. Chair. 357 voted, and for yes, and 4 for no, and 3 neutral.
364 voted, and the majority are affirming, they are on the affirmative side. They voted yes to accept the churches presented into Sisterhood of Churches. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next item, Dr. Parangeta. When we are voting the churches into Sisterhood of Churches, what it technically means is we are saying we are prepared to abide by the policies and the principles that govern this church worldwide. At any given point, you will not be doing things according to your own selfish ambitions as a small group of people in a small corner. You will not be. You need to abide by the principles of the church that governs it worldwide. You cease to do so, the church will need to sit down to consider, are these still Adventists or not? If they are not abiding by the principles and the policies that governs this church, this same church will use those same policies and church manual or instruments of governance to deliberate and to decide on how to deal with you. Usually it will be by way of dissolving you to become a church. So what we are doing here, we are saying all these 63 churches, they are supposed to abide by the principles that govern this church worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. May I remind the House that we are just a few minutes away from our lunch. So with that background, allow me, if it's acceptable, that we right away vote, if it's in the discretion of this House, to vote for our chair for the plans and resolutions, then also the secretary for that same committee. We may also add 2 secretaries. Why? History has taught us that if we only depend upon one secretary, akaluza ama notes achona, then everything is buried. Takawane such experience. So it's up to this House. Could it vote for our chair? Ndiano zoyakweta moderate that work here. We'll be also taking notes down. it's up for us to go that way or either way. So ndadzosa kwamuri. Inform us which way should we go. Ye chairship na secretary, it has been the trend. Right, I see a hand. Tikuti tutore nguva apapa. Ingoti informa, then we move. Otherwise, lunch rinokwana. Satadombopinda into our.
Okay. Ndrugisa motion ekutiti pama secretary with the experience that I think I can 4 because they will be taking what we need as delegates. Ndrukumva motion yoti ngati toisa ma secretary 4 maybe ana chair 1.
Okay. Anyone seconding that motion? Hanzi ngati tema secretaries yedu 4. Zvapupu zvikawanda umwe from manzura anitano muti kazosanganisa atina chatinorashikirwa nacho. Tina chair wedu umwe chete. Ndaona va second. Apane any other proposal? I don't see any. All in favor? Ingati chingomanya nema yes yedu because of time. Okay. Vose vari kuti let's go with that motion. Yanzwi kwandi zvoka? Vamwe vari kuti no, we don't want that motion at all. Carried. So we go now for the vote. Yeah, sorry for the nomination anyway.
Okay. How many should we choose? How many should we nominate, and then we choose one? We begin with the chair. Yes, I'm saying it's straight from the floor. How many, in terms of number, should we have or nominated, and then we vote from them? Did you hear what I'm talking about? Yes. How many should? How many? Yeah, for the chair. 3. Someone is suggesting 3. And 2 second. Seconded. Okay. Any other motion? Yes. 2. And on to second 2. Seconded. So we have 2 and 3. Is there anyone with a different number altogether? Question is in order. How many are saying 3? Let's have 3. May you show by raising your yes cards? Three, yes, 3. Okay, put your cards down. Those that are saying, let's have 2. Okay, it appears 2 are in the affirmative. So we would have 2 nominations, and then we choose one from them, okay? Thank you. Nominations? Pastor Ngorima, anyone to second? Seconded. Any other nomination? Yes? Dr. Sibanda, anyone to second? Seconded. Okay, so we have Dr. Sibanda and Pastor Ngorima. All those that are saying, let's have Pastor Ngorima to be the chair of plans and resolutions, may you raise your cards, yes? Okay, may you put your cards down. Those that are saying, Dr. Sibanda? Okay, so Pastor Ngorima becomes our chair for the plans and the resolutions deliberations. All right, we need to choose. We need to nominate. We need to choose how many? 4 secretaries. Okay, should we have many other? More in number in order to choose 4, or we just have 4 as chosen from the floor? What is our suggestion? Yes, Elder Machaka? Just 4 from the floor. And want to second that idea? Thank you very much. Now, let's have nominations of 4 secretaries. 4 that will be taken down. Yes, I see. And if possible, Pastor Marere. And want to second that? Seconded. Pastor Marere is one of them. Now, hello? Anderson Chiwaya. Okay, thank you. Let me go this direction. Yes? Chikukwa, Pastor Tinashe Chikukwa. Yes? Yes? Pastor Mafiro. Okay, so we have 4 names that will be taken down, not in our deliberations as far as plans and the resolutions are concerned. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Parangeta.
Tinotenda chose vadikanwa, I think takuteta get into our business. Takukumbira achia wedu watu wakunomberi. Ma secretaries yedu aya anditi vavoterwa. Vakukumbirwa kuti vachuya vatange basa rawo kunomberi. This exercise ichakondinya tabva ku lunch as well. So panongokwana nguva dze lunch we are going to call for a privilege motion. We dismiss, we go for lunch. Tichibva ikoko, we are coming back for the continuation of the plans and resolutions. Thank you so much. Also, nekuvotera the statement of LNGYT and also the Bible resolution. Thank you so much. God bless you. To not end. Pastor Mavunduse, one song. Then you are cheetah put the house in order.
(196), 196, 196. Unga sondongo kembo chetema re posimba Bomaropam onga korere chitema re posimba boropam bone simba simba re no shamisa boropam re nye Kone simba, simba re no shamesa, momaro pango enyenye. Onga sono gokemo kochewa, re po simba, momaro pam. Oya paka vare ono chena re posimba moropa mone simba simba re no shamesa moropa re nyenye Kone simba, simba re no shamesa, momaro pango enyenye.
Toti kudini kuimbira kwakanaka zvakadai. Toda kutenda Pastor Mavunduse ne kulida sangano dzinera Mwari mu good music. Saka tisataendera mberi ne plans ne resolutions edu for the next 3 years cha pina munguwa yekunamata. Ndichasira nguwa ino kuna Pastor Chinyowa. You can lead us.
Ngatiwe nenguwa yekunamata. Baba vedu variko kudenga. Tinoramba tichiuya kwamuri mukati menguva dzose. Kudzwa yenyu neutsvene nepetasvika. Mubati mukuru une simba mukati meupenyu hwedu. Tinotenda nekurongeka kwebasa renyu. Zvisingaitwi nekuda kweuchenjeri hwemunhu. Nokuti patinoronga isu tisinemi tinodonha pasi. Kozvino Ishe wokudenga pane basa guru riri pamberi pedu. Rekuti tipe pfungwa zvichienderana nezvakatakatarisa kuti zviitwe mukati mebasa renyu imi musati madzoka. Tinokumbira mweya wenyu mutsvene kuti ugotitungamirira kuti zvese zvichataurwa pano zviputirwe mukati mesimba renyu. Tenzi kana zvaiswa pamberi zvigone kugamuchirika nekushandika. mukupera kwemukana wese wamakapa kune mumwe namumwe wedu. Tipe mbiri nerikudzo kuti patakapiwa naJehovha mukati menyika ino takaita. Tenzi toda kukutendai. Mubvise kuzvikudza pakati pedu. Mubvise kuzvida nekuzvitutumadza. Muise unyoro, muise zvakare mwoyo murefu. Kuzvidzora mukati memwoyo yedu. Kurambe kuchishanda. Tinotenda Mwari wokudenga. Murambe muchikudzwa. Nevari kuita rimwe basa riri kusanganisira basa riri pano remavatuma kuti vaite. Mweya wenyu mutsvene urambe uri pamusoro pavo. Ugotungamirira kusvika zvese zvapera. Muzita renyu muponesi Jesu tinonamata. Amen. Mwari vatikomborere. Tirambe tichinamata patinonga tiri. Tinotenda.
Okay, toda kuti tiite program yedu nekukasika. Kana wawana mukana wekutaura straight to the point. Ndizvoka? So that hauzopedzeri vamwe nguva. So for the next 3 years pane zvinotarisirwa kunzi zviitike muNorth Zimbabwe Conference. Saka tinofunga maideas iwayo. It's all right. Okay, the fourth one. The fourth one. Vasardzongani? 4. Where is the fourth one? Okay, can we work with the 3? Chikukwa. It's okay. Kana vasvika vanosvika vachijoina vamwe nai. It's fine. Saka ndichakumbira kuti ndione varida kutaura mamike sedu mamwe aende uku. Oh, okay. Panzi uye kuno kumberi. Famba muye kuno kumberi. Muchinyatse kuti mubude panapa. Okay, point of order. Okay, it's half 12. Tinongozokata, then we'll continue, we'll proceed. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much for the observation. Saka takutanga, I think vari kutaura, munenge muchiuya apa, moti ka straight to the point. Secretary zedu achinyora. Now, why tichida kutaura in point form? Ndokuti zvinyoreke. Ukataura nhoronda zvinyoreke anditika. Yes, God bless you. Okay, tibatsire. Okay, taure. 1, 2.
Masikati zvakare vana vekumusha. Indasumukira nyaya yeMashonaland West District. Mashonaland West Province, Chegutu District. Chachiri chinangwa North Zimbabwe Conference. Kuti area yedu iite a university. So Chegutu District yakatanga kuvaka a university. At some point, Ziyuki ikauya ikaita take over the project. Project yamira. Resolutions nema plans for the next 3 years. Ndeyekuti university yedu ngaivhurwe madoors, ngaipere. Vana vedu vatange kupinda pachikoro chedu pa Great Heights University kuChegutu District. Tiri kuida mu North Zimbabwe Conference inenge university yedu.
Masikati akanaka sangano dzvene raMwari. Tachikumbirawo kuti ku conference kuve neamo leader akazvimirira. Kwete director anoshanda from other departments. Why do I say so? Boy child wedu aneglectwa. Saka tiri kukumbira kuti amo leader abatanidze vana baba nevakomana. Tikatarisa mukati menyika yatiri kurarama, education has raised the girl child to a spotlight. Business has raised the girl child to the spotlight. Iko zvino mwana mukomana adzikisirwa zvakadaro zvekuti church ikasamira for the next 5 years mwana mukomana anenge ari kumadrugs. Tiri kukumbira sangano rimuke risimudze amo department neboy child. Tokumbirisawo.
Okay, tinotenda. Ini ndiri kutaura ndakamirira Darwen district. Kwedu kuDarwen dai conference yationawo ine nzvimbo yakakura zvokuti pastor ariko anokurirwa nedistance parefu neparefu zvokuti kuti ubve painosenda imwe uchienda pane imwe zvakatoreba kubva kuDarwen kuya kuHarare. Oona kuti zvinopedza mwedzi mutatu kuti pastor agone kutenderera machechi ose. Saka distance yakakurisa pastor haasokwanisa kuita sei kuseva nenhau yedistance. Saka ipapo dai conference yationa.
Makadini vana vaMwari, ini chikumbiro changu kuconference kumaborder region ese kubva kuKariba kuya kuNyamapanda uko paevangelism hama dzedu dziri kunze uko vari kubva munyika vachigashira shoko vobva vangopiwa maglobal pioneers kwenguva pfupi kana kwe6 months kana kwegore vasati vaibva pavari kungosiyiwa masendesi anosara achivhara. Saka chikumbiro changu kuti ngapaiswe kana makore 3 vachinechwa vanhu ava nemaglobal pioneers ndokuti mufundisi matava zviri kuitwa dunhu rakamukurira sekwangu kumudze ane 3 constituencies zobarwa nemaMPs iye ari 1 achingori assistant pastor 1. Saka kuzodzokorora senda yamboshandwa inorema. Ngatisati taparura tosiya ngatisiye nzvimbo yaibva. Ndatenda.
Okay, that falls under spiritual growth nai. Then vari kutaura nokwasa kuspecify kuti nyaya yako iri pillar ipi. Tine 4 pillars anditi? Yes, just specify pillar. Munokwasa kusazinzia. It's fine, go ahead, it's fine. Wanoziwa specify kuitira ma-secretaries edu. It's okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My submission there kuti tikukumbirawo kuti ma-institutions edu ese zvawo might be kumabasa angapiwe vanhu matenders ese ngaitiwe nevanhu vechechi ino. Tikaenda kuRoma hakuna muadventist anogona kuita basa reconstruction kuRoma, hazviiti, vane vanhu vavo. Saka tiri kukumbirawo kuti patinenge tichiita matenders iri under stewardship neASI, matenders ekusona kana angava mauniform ezvikoro, tina namai vanosona vedu vechechi ino ngavapiwe. Tine vanhu vanovaka mukati mechechi ino ngavapiwe maschools edu vaconstructe ivo, kwete titiwe matenders nemaforeigners. Kana tapedzazvo tiri kuda chegumi kubva kuvanhu vari gere apa vechechi, but mukana wekuti vadzose chegumi nezvipo kuchechi tiri kumapa mukana iyi kune vamwe vanhu vasiri vechechi ino. Saka therefore my submission ndengoti ngatipei matenders edu pachedu, tivhete munhu tizive capacity anayo, topa munhu wechechi ino aite basa. Thank you.
Okay.
Ndoda kutendawa nemukana. Ndingatauri zvose nichasirawo vamwe, nichataura zvitatu. Chekutanga chiri maringe nestewardship. Masangano edu mazhinji akugwara zvakadaro zvekuti stewardship education yacho iri shoma. Saka ndikukumbirawo kuti education department rirongewo maprogram nekunzawo mafacilitator anoita kuti chirwere chiri mumasangano chipere, tigonewo kukura pautariri in all aspects, tichiwana vanhu from the conference. Epiri ndekuti ndo pataurwa yematenda, ini yangu ine matendawo zvekare, but ndine matenda maringe nemaprograms atiri kuita panapa. Muchaona kuti pese patinoungana at conference level eti chinyi, unongoona munhu umwe chete ndiye ari kungoprovide service. Sekunonzi hatina vamwe vakawanda vanoprovide chinyi service iyoyo. Ngapaitwewo nhau yematenda, vanhu vachichinja nawo, tichipananawo mabasa zviri free and fair. Ende zvinoitawo kuti pave nekacompetence kuti tiwanewo quality iri nani. For an example, kufood yatiri kutodya ipo pano is of a poor quality ende iri shoma. Ende haina kumbenge yambonyatsotarisisawo kuti tinyatsoona kuti vanhu vatiri kupa chikafu ichi vakaita sei. Ndofunga nekuti tiri pamai Mugabe primary school, saka vangotoona kunge tiri maprimary. Chimwe zvekare chandinacho chechitatu ndechekuti tinopiwawo mabhuku ekunzi ndai munonyora aya etreasury neeclerical. Taindawo mutekinoloji, yatava patechnology yezvinezvi. Tipewo magadgets, musangoti tirekodhe mari nekudini kuti izvi zvipurandikiri igone kufamba zvakanaka. Paroda kunzi magadgets agonewo kuvapo, malaptops nezvese. Thank you.
Toda kutenda. I think vamwe vanganetseka nekumira stereki. Changokumbira count up to 7, then vamwe will continue after lunch. Yes, you can continue.
Thank you. I also have just 3 items, but I'll be very brief. I would like to suggest that for continuity, whatever we are saying now is in addition to what we previously prioritized. So let's not lose sight of what was previously prioritized from the previous session. So all the projects that were previously prioritized, let's add to them. Let's not start a new list. Those that were not finished, let's prioritize them as well. Then I want to add ACMS. I'm suggesting that let's have a full adoption of ACMS for both Secretariat and Treasury in this coming 3 years. Let's have full implementation throughout all our churches. Then the last one, I just wanted again to comment, this is a generic one, to say let's have continuity in terms of our officers, in terms of our projects. Let's not just, every time starting, we are not being strategic if we are always starting. So let's always have a continuity. Let's measure our achievements at the end. I submit and I thank you.
Thank you. Inindine about 2 submissions andoda kuita. Yokutanga yakananga ne element ye programming. Ndona sokuti, just an observation. Conference pachayo iri kuita ma programs akawandisa airi kutora nengo dze church. Ndona sokuti nini vanhu vari mu leadership ndichirevera kuma departmental directors ne executive yacho, they are there for vision ne strategy. Isusu sema local churches tripo kuimplementa strategy ne vision yacho. But you will notice kuti over the last 2 years or so, basa zhinji riri kuitwa richikomandiwa ne conference. Munonzwa pachinzi next week ngakuye ma youth kwakati, next week ngatisanganei kwakati, ngatiendei kurushinga. My programs are coordinated essay at conference level. Let's allow the local churches kuti vaite basa. Let's allow the local churches vaite basa. Once in a while, the conference can call people together, but the bulk of the work must be done at local church. No point yokutanga and down the raise. The second one, bata element yakarerekera ko publishing. Takatera ABC. ABC yedu iri localized maharare. I think it's time we need to find a way yokuti tive nema sub units or sub centers okuti vanhu vakwanise kuwana access to material, whether kuchinoi, whether kupi, so that vanhu vanowana easy access. Panoti pese patoda kutenga mabhuku tinofanirwa kubva kuHurungwe touya kuHarare. Let's make the ABC available kuvanhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Imwe yataurwa yandandine concern yeamo, but on that note, tine music zvekare. I think music department needs to be attended. Iwane director. Dona sekuti panapa ma departments, panema pastors, vanema departments 3 or 4. But mchalo tanenga ku concentrate on one department. The others don't suffer. So naanda kanota wangu amo ne music on issue ema departmental directors. Then the second concern antinayo ndiriku kumbira ukuthi dai conference yawane budget for the global pioneers. Why I'm saying this? Because we have the experience yewarume awa. Church zveshua iri kusvika pakushorwa ne the welfare yema global pioneers. Ndiri kutaura from experience yerushinga. Tine ma global pioneer atakapiwa vamwe vacho ma-term of nengi contracts dzavo dzino expire wonzi rambai muriko but with no funding. So izvozvo izvo zvinoita kuti sangano risvike pakushorwa. So nandiri kuti if it is possible ngazviite kuti conference iwe ne small amount yainowapa even wachizososa donation than kuti wanomira at zero. Ipapa chikumbiro chaicho kuti kana and then we like the services dzema GP because warobatsira pa nurturing. Saka ngaiitwe iyoyo. Then the other issue ndandiri kutaura kuti ndatati kukumbira kuti pama districts tipiwewo ma ordained pastor vanobhabhatidza especially kuma rural districts.
Thank you. This one. Tirambe tichitarisa kuna timekeeper wedu.
Ndinokukwazisai sangano raMwari. Inini ndichataura ndakatarisana nedevelopment. Padevelopment ndaifungidzira kuti kana Mwari vatendera mukananga district reMurewa ndoda kuti conference kana ichinge yatanga ma-projects nema-development pedzisai zvamunenge madini matanga kuti zvitiitire zvakanaka. Takanangana neMurewa main church tine block re-ECD block ratakatanga takagadzisa plani yedu tikaita zvese nezvimwe zvese zvinofanira kunge zvichiitwa. Saka on the process tatakanangana nekuti taifanira kupedza basa redu. Saka pane zvakazoitika between the conference nevanhu. Saka ndaida kuti conference muitewo review kuti zvii zvakaitika kuti basa iroro rimire. Then number 2, Murewa main church ECD. Then tine imba yemufundisi wedu iri paMurewa main. Tine nzvimbo yakanaka zvokuti yokuti panogona kukwanda dzimba kana 4 dzakanaka ma7 rooms. Saka tine imba iripo isiri kubatwa zvakanaka. Saka taikumbira kuti muite review paimba iyoyo igadziriswe kuti vafundisi vedu panouya kwaMurewa vasanopa mari kune vamwe vanhu pari kunoita marent house but vashandise imba iyoyo maita basa.
Thank you.
All right. Endoda kutaurira ndakanangana kuMuzarabani nema rural churches. Tikatarisa kuMuzarabani tine dambudziko. Handizivi kuti riri kubva kuconference here rokuti every pastor anouya kudistrict reMuzarabani haagari mudistrict redu. Anogara to the other district ofamba more than 200 kilometers kundobata church yekupedzisira togara ku border post. Saka hatizivi kudistrict kwedu tinotova nemastenzi 2 emapasta edzimba dzemapasta but zviri kuramba kuti avakika. Handizivi kuti zviri kukonzerwa neconference here kana kuti tiri kuda kuti mapastors agare mudistrict reMuzarabani. Chimwe chiri kuzopa kuti mapasta abve achirwara kana kuti achibatwa neproblem inyaya yekuti vari kugara kuno kuseri vachizouya kuseri kunopisa. Saka zvinopa kuti vasajaira weather yekwedu. Saka vakaramba vari ikoko vanokasika kujaira weather. Saka tiri kukumbira conference tiri kuda kuti mapasta agare kuMuzarabani. Number 2, tine program yamakaintrodusa inonzi CMESI. Iyoyoyo isusu inonetsa kuti tinyatsokuibata, asi takaona sokuti chinogona pakuti tinyatsokuidzidza ndeyekuti one, hatina makombiyuta, but pane zvimwe zvinhu zvatakaonawo zviri kuitika kwedu zvinogona kutipa kuti tikasike kujaira, like pane maphones ari kushandiswa nemaorganization ari kuuya uku anenge aine full information yakatozara, kana kuti anenge akatoiswa account yechechi. Zvese zvamunotaura izvozvo zvinoreva kuti zviri easy kuti tizvishandisewo. Hamugoni here kuzviitawo sechechi, totenga kana kuti motipa. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you. In contribution yangu iri pa financial reports. Tinoita ma-programs
ngatitererei.
Tinoita ma-programs akawanda, women's ministries, ma-pathfinder camps, ma-youth ministries camps. But kana tapedza program iyoyo, hatisi kuwana report yekuti mari dzakafamba sei. Saka vamwe vabereki havasi masavadha vana ma-youth kuma-church kwedu. Vanoda kuziva kuti kana vana vaenda kwavaenda, mari dzenyu dziri kufamba sei. Hapana ma-loopholes here. Saka zviri very important kuti kana tapedza musangano ngatipiwe report iri financial inobudisa pachena kuti mari dzakafamba sei. That's very important. Nekuti chero kuchechi hatigoni kugara pasi seboard toti hatizivi zvakafamba sei. Chechi haibvumi izvozvo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kwazwai sangano ramwari. Muvhimi from Budiro One Main Church. Chekutanga ndechekuti ndakatarisa report mapastor achienda ku camp meeting before camp meeting. So pane rimwe boka rakanditaurirawo rinenge riri mu camp development committee. Vari kuti vanoda kuendawo ku camp. Since vanenge vachita run around patime inenge ichiitwa sangano wematumbu. Ndo chekutanga. Chechitu ndechekuti toda kuzivawo kuti as a North Zimbabwe Conference, hatina here simba pakuenrolwa kwevana vechikoro pavanoenda kuchikoro, nekuti vana vedu vanoshaya nzvimbo. Handizivi screening criteria yamunoshandisa kuti education director vedu haana simba here rekuti vana vedu vawane nzvimbo, nekuti tisiri kuvaka zvikoro zvacho vana vedu voshaya nzvimbo. Makati zvikoro zvedu ma-mission centers. Saka mission yacho ikasatangira pa mwana wangu, yozotangira pane mwana wani. Ndiri kubvisa mari yekuvaka chikoro.
Toda kutenda.
Thank you, Chair. Dine zvandinoda kuti tigo consider chekutanga ndandiri kukumbira kuti ticonsider kuti tiite decentralization some of the financial functions dziri kuitwa kuconference dziende kana kuma-federation level. For example, we can have an accountant anenge ari semuchinhoi, also zobatana even in ACMS clerk, nokuda kwekwatiri kunanga nenyaya dzekufamba kwenyaya dze-ACMS kuitira kuti basa rikurumidze kuita sei kufamba, ma-updates akurumidze kuita sei kuitwa. Zvinorerutsawo zvekare basa kubvisa basa, for example financial function ibviswe from kubva kuna pastor. Pastor aconcentrate nokufudza makwai, vemari woconcentrate nezvemari. That's the recommendation yandinayo kutanga. Chipiri ndeyekutiyo maybe ndingada ndogona ngasingazive asi ndogona kuti batsirwe kuti tine policy here ine chekuita nevashandi vedu seconference vanogona kunga vaine matambudziko sei. Tinogona kunga tina mushandi anogona kunga asingaoni asi ana assistance anomubatsira, kuti tikatarisa mugovernment vano kumaticha kana ticha ari blind anopiwa ina assistant but anorecognizwa achipiwa remuneration yeassistant teacher. So we also need to consider that kuti kana tina pastor anogona kunga ari muchino chakadaro kana mushandi ari muchino chakadaro, assistant wake aconsiderwe also achiwanawo remuneration.
Okay. I Our time
All right, fine.
is
Thank
up.
you.
Okay. Toda kutenda nekuda kwetime dzedu mamwe ma-presenters tichati chishare in the afternoon. Nguva yelanji yasvika saka I'll hand over this time to Pastor Msademba. Ngatina Matei. Tinokutendai Mwari kudenga nepfungwa dzatawana kubva kuwana wenyu nedzimwe dzatichawana masikati. Your presence will define the success here North Zimbabwe Conference. Tichaenda ku lunch, bless the food. Mr. Rajesto Namata, amen.
Tinokutendai chairman nebasa ramanga muri kuita. Okay. Right. Makadzi matag edu ari muno Harare noto niripa kona panapa. Ora tikumhanya kurita vanhu. Okay, tichiri muno ngatiitei takanyarara. Ndiri kuudzwa kuti kuna vari kubuda muno nemotikari vachimhanya. Hazvisi kutarisirwa kana kudiwa nevakuru vechikoro. Kana tiine mota tichifamba muno, let's observe my speed limits emo. Let's not drive too fast. Okay, sorry friends. Ngapasimuke one handaidzira mazita achipa vanhu panapa. Handiti ka? Daidzirai mazita atiperi apa. Apa. Oh, Urunge West. All right, that's fine. Apa pane Marsh East panapa, Marsh East. Papa ne take one visual. What's Marsh Central? Marsh Central iri panapa. Panapa Marsh Central. Marsh East iri panapa. Daidzira mazita. Champion piri ndo upi? Hapana champion piri pana.
Okay, we is counting down.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you to this program that we are in Mazoe on our North Zimbabwe Conference 3rd Constituency meeting, and it's happening live here in Mazoe. And we are so glad that the Lord has brought us thus far. We started yesterday, and today it is our second day, also our final day, that we are having this procession. And we'd like to thank you so much for keeping in touch with us to be part of this program. Here I'm with Pastor Ngwaru.
Pastor Ngwaru, yes.
Yes, and I'm also with Elder Zikada.
Amen. Thank
Yes. Maybe just a brief background, maybe to the viewers. May you explain to them the purpose of this session. Why do we have to do it maybe after 3 years? Why can't you do it after 10 or a year or so? So just take us through the process, how this session is conducted, maybe starting with you, Pastor.
Yes, I think we need to understand the level of the organization that we are. First of all, when you look at the General Conference and also the division and the union, they run on a 5-year quinquennium, or every 5 years. That's how they do their sessions. But for our level as a conference, we call it a triennial, so it runs after every 3 years. This is not the decision that we can make, but it's a decision that is made by the higher organization. This is why it runs every 3 years. And basically, when you are at a session, why are we at a session? Why do we hold sessions? Sessions are basically meant in any order. They are meant for us to choose leadership that will take us forward. And it is also designed to review our constitutions as an entity. There could be some changes that needs to be done. And so at a constituents meeting, we are also looking at constitutional matters and also adopting or even coming up with changes to the constitution. And finally, maybe before our elder comes in here, one of the most reasons why we need a session is to review our strategic goals and objectives and to see how far we have gone, what were the challenges, and this will influence plans and resolutions so that as we look into the future, we are also intervening so that we have a better future coming.
Oh, this is amazing. I'm sure you can hear why we do these sessions, and we have to learn. It's part of everyone's life, especially if you're Adventist, to be part of this. Take part in this process so that you know how the church is organized, how we run things, and how things are done, so that you're not left out in doing this. Maybe you may tell us the people that have been elected prior from when this conference was organized. Maybe you might tell us the presidents that you know that have come through for the past years.
Okay, thank you. I do remember the first president, I think it was Dr. Mzengi. Then after Dr. Mzengi came Pastor Mangwende. Okay. Then Pastor Mangwende was succeeded by Dr. Chifamba. And after Dr. Chifamba came Dr. Jairo. And today we will have another leader that will be revealed.
Okay. This is quite interesting, and we can see that for the past 9 years, 4 men have led the church. Meaning to say it's not a one-man band that we can see one person leading the church. Maybe Pastor also, maybe with you also, Elder, maybe you can explain to us what's a typical day on this program, on a session day, maybe day 1 or 2. What's a typical day? What are the processes, and where are we at the moment, like this afternoon?
Okay. Right now, as we are seated here, the nominating committee is in session, and they do their job privately in some room, and they'll only leave there when they are done, so that there's no cross-pollination or influence from the other delegates. So right now, the nominating committee is in session, and I'm sure at some stage, reports will start trickling in. So on a typical day, like I said earlier on, you are dealing with your rules of order, you are looking at the constitution, you are setting up the organizing committee, which then votes which then recommends the nominating committee. And the nominating committee then will have to be accepted by the House at large. And I'm sure maybe Elder can add other things that happen during a session day.
I think also it's also important to remember that delegates will always rotate each session from session. So it is very unlikely, you spoke about the 9 years that the conference has gone through sessions. You'd agree with me that each session has its own set of delegates. So you have new delegates, people who are here for the first time altogether. Then you have people who have come maybe a time before. So there's a process of orientation also that is very important. And I think a typical day, our first day generally is an orientation day. Okay. And also we then go through the processes of then adopting how we are going to do it and what are the procedures, what are the rules that are acceptable for the delegates to use.
Maybe we might need to understand. One of our major cry that we have is that the young people in the church, they are not quite involved in these processes. They might see them as boring, or they might see them as time-wasting programs. How best can they be involved so that they know the future, they know how the church is organized and where to go from here? Maybe you can advise us, how can the young people be interested in such programs?
Yes. I don't know if I should kind of correct you on that point. I don't think young people are bored or they are disinterested parties, as it were. But I think it's part of tradition that when we are going towards sessions, it's like the adults tend to choose themselves. It becomes more of an adult affair, because what happens is young people don't choose themselves to go to a session. Everybody who's coming to a session here, the process begins at a local church. You have to be chosen as a delegate. So if the church has an idea of we are going to choose adults, and more especially that are males, to go to a session, young people are going to be technically eliminated by the process of choosing delegates. Because once they are chosen as delegates and they are here, they are also eligible to go into the organizing committee, into the nominating committee itself. But they are already eliminated at the starting point. I don't know. What do you think, Gardner?
Yeah, I think what we are seeing here in terms of the quality of the delegates that we see here is indicative of the processes that are happening in our churches.
Yeah.
So the quality of the delegates sent over, the church has to decide we only have one slot to send over a voice on our behalf. So if we have a lot of young people involved in normal church business in their own constituencies, in their churches, their local churches, the church will have confidence in sponsoring the name to represent their opinions and be the voice for them in their absence. So as Pastor Ngwari alluded to, the challenge is maybe the church is asking, can we trust a young brother so-and-so with how we feel the church should be directed for the next 3 years? Yet the young brother, maybe peradventure, is not even attending church very regularly. So maybe what we may need to do, to answer you directly, we need to involve the young people at their local level a bit more, so that they have confidence, and the church also has confidence in sponsoring them as delegates.
I really appreciate that. I like the idea of involving young people before we even think about sessions. Why not incorporate young people as maybe assistant elders, or at eldership in the church board, so that they grow with leadership, than to discover it when we are going to session. They may not make a meaningful contribution. Yes.
Because also when we do come here, the rules of the game are very different. Yes, we adapt from what we normally do at church, but the interpretation and the understanding, it takes it for granted that you've been through church processes. So I think we have seen churches, what they're doing. Like in my local church, we have a revolution of young people in leadership now.
So I think maybe hopefully from that response of the young accepting posts and this post of responsibility, maybe the next session we'll see a lot more young people also being involved in the process of change.
But sorry, Itai. I would like to appeal to some of your elders. Let's not look at expert youth to bring to sessions. Let's bring young people that come here to learn. That even if we take them to the nominating committee, even if they don't know quite a lot, but it's a learning phase. These are the young people that are going to remain running the church. Yes. You want them to be 50 years old to begin to know how to participate at a session. I think let them start early.
Actually, I agree with you that the young people have to come here, observe, then they learn, so that the future will be brighter tomorrow.
Exactly,
they know
yes.
how to do this.
Exactly, yes.
Maybe because of our time, it's a quite interesting subject, but we can also always discuss sometime. I'm sure we can always discuss. But what are your last parting words to the viewers out there about this session and the process? How can they be involved in everything? What's your last words?
I think my biggest revelation is particularly from this session. I think there is an engagement process that needs to be done continuously to educate the church. I think there is a leadership assumption that delegates are aware. Yes, documentation is sent to people in time, but we are having situations where delegates come underprepared because they don't know what to expect. So there may be a necessity that the church at large, we spoke about the young people, but we are also having new people joining the church. The church at large continually is educated about the importance of leadership renewal and how we then can also sponsor ideas to the church. So the session is not particularly an election. Yes, it's an elective session, but the election is only a part of the business of the day. The more important bit is how we can then feed in terms of ideas, how we can sponsor opinions as to the trajectory that the church can take.
Well, also, it's a privilege that Pastor Ngwaru, you served in the SID as the Family Life Director.
Personal Ministries?
Personal Ministries, rather, yes, Personal Ministries. Maybe you can just give us your last words to the North Zimbabwe Conference with what you have seen so far. And now you're no longer working, you have retired. And as an elderly person and a man full of wisdom, maybe you have something to say to the viewer.
I appreciate that. Well, viewers, I've always been of this traditional thought that it is God who is running the church, who is leading the church. And it is God who actually is appointing leaders to office. And that we as delegates are just conduits, but we need to leave everything to God. So basically, Itai, what I'm saying is, whatever outcome will come from the elective process, let us accept it as having been ordained and appointed by God. Let us put aside our human self-interest. And possibly, you know, people come to a session and they already have a name for a president. They have a name for the treasurer and executive secretary and whatever. My wisdom is, let God be God even in a church election. We are not a secular organization, we are spiritual, and we believe God is in control.
Yes, thank you so much, and I'm sure you have heard more about this. If there are any questions that you might have or any contribution that you have, feel free to comment on our chat box on the social media, be it Facebook or on YouTube. You can just put your comment there. I'm sure those questions will be addressed to. And remember to like, to share, and to subscribe onto our YouTube channel, also our Facebook channel. That is NZC Media and Bluffview Media. God bless you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. We'll keep you informed on the process that are going that we are having until the session has ended. And I hope God bless you. Will bless you in all other things. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Itai.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you, viewers.
for coming. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you just shortly around 2 p.m. God bless you. Welcome once again, and we are back here at the third constituents meeting of the North Zimbabwe Conference. And here I'm with Pastor Chambalama, and I'm also with Mr. Tapudzi. They will tell us where they come from, and they will tell us the product that they have. Because also here, part of the session that we have, it's to exhibit the products that you might have, maybe be it a company or any product that you are offering. So thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Thank you, Itai. Greetings, viewers, and greetings, everybody. We thank the Lord for the special privilege He's given us to come here.
Yes.
We come here representing Signet Private College. So before I talk about the school, let me first express my gratitude to the conference for allowing us to come and exhibit our businesses. This is the very first time we've had such an experience. So we are very thankful. In a brief, we are coming from Signet Private College, which is a private institution, but affiliated to the Seventh-day Adventist way of doing things in terms of education.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is amazing. And Mr. Tapudzi, maybe you can just tell the viewers about the college also, or the role that you play at Signet.
Yes, my name is Tapudzi, Mr. Tapudzi Cuthbert. I'm the Director of Studies at Signet Private College. It's an elite institution that was established in 2023 to cater for the academic excellence, to cater for those students and parents who really want their students to excel academically. We are an Adventist affiliated organization, and we are also a registered institution with the Ministry of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, and we are also registered with Cambridge Examination, the CIE board.
Okay.
So yeah, that's who we are.
All right, this is amazing. And maybe then let's dive straight into it. So maybe viewers want to know, I might have a son soon or a daughter soon, so they want to know, is it a primary or is it in a high school? And where are your offices located, so that maybe people, the viewers will know where you are and what you offer there?
Thanks, Itai. So number one, we are a high school offering Form 1 up to Form 6. And we are a registered center where people can actually come and write their exams. Our offices are at number 90 Selu Avenue, just close to Enterprise Road, in the same street as David Livingstone Primary.
All right, number 19 Selu Road, that's
90
where you
Selu,
are.
yes.
Okay, and maybe the setup of the school, what are the main strengths, maybe, because we have heard that other schools are assigned schools, other commercial schools. What do you usually dwell much in? What's your strength as a school?
Okay, maybe to tell you something about our setup. What we can term a micro school, that's who we are. In other words, this is an institution that doesn't thrive on numbers. It's an institution that thrives on quality. And for us to have the necessary quality that we are looking at, that we desire, it's imperative that we have as limited number of people as possible. So for example, in each and every form, starting from Form 1 up to Form 6, we only have one class per form. It's not like the other conventional systems of education where we've got 1A, 1B, 1C. It's only one class per form, which is a way of trying to minimize or to maximize teacher-pupil ratio, so that the individual can have as much attention as possible being given to the child. But you're also going to realize as the students transit from Form 2 and going to Form 3, there's a slight increase in the number of students. For example, Form 1, we have a teacher-student ratio of about 1:15. And then when they transit from Form 2 going to Form 3, we increase our ratio a bit from 1:15 to maybe 1:20, because we believe that when a child is going into from Form 2 to Form 3, we have actually taught the child how to be independent. So they do not require as much individual attention as they would require when they are in Form 1. So we mainly thrive on small numbers, and that is what maximizes our excellence.
Also, maybe just because maybe I'm coming to you as a pastor, you know how a balanced education is. Is Signet offering that kind of balanced education where it's accommodating all faculties of a human being?
Okay, thank you very much, Itai. Let me begin by saying this. Number one, let me say we also are a boarding school. I think that part we had not mentioned. So whether you are a child who's in the day school, we can take in, or a child is a boarder, we also have that facility. But let me then get back to the question that you have asked, the idea of a balanced education system. I want to assume that by balance, you mean educating the head, the heart, and the hand. That I am here sitting as a pastor will tell you that we are educating the heart. Because as a pastor, I'm there, and including other pastors as well. And educating the head, he's a very competent chemistry teacher, one of the best, I think, in as far as our systems as Adventists are concerned. And I think, had I the privilege, I would also have shared with you the profiles of the other teachers that are there. We also capitalize on high-quality teachers for each and every class. Then let's come to educating the hand. I think if you had passed through our booth where we're exhibiting, we are using LED boards.
Yes.
And we are techno-centered, we are techno-focused. So yes, we are educating the hand, but we are moving away from the conventional way of educating the hand, where you go to school and then your child is taught to be a carpenter and then they make a few benches and then you say that you are educating the hand. Yes. The world is going digital. The world is going in that direction. And so in our classes, when you come, you will notice that almost every class, there's an LED giant screen that we use as teaching aids. Understanding how they work is part of us educating the hand. And maybe the last thing before we move to the next question is that we believe that educating the hand also has to do with exposing a child or improving their, their worldview. So we also do a lot of international tours for our students. If you were following on our timeline, on our pages, you'll notice that in July and August, we were in the UAE with our students. We did part of Dubai, we did Abu Dhabi, just showing them the great things that are happening in the world so that we make them more acute. Right now, we are already planning, plans are already set for our students to go to Istanbul in the opening part of the next year. So that's part of educating the hand. So answering your question in brief, yes, we are doing that.
So I'm sure you invite me to Istanbul without cost, I'm sure.
You should, and you should bring your son.
Also, maybe in terms of the affordability of education, sometimes people, they might be facing a little bit challenge in paying these school fees and whatnot. How affordable can we say Signite is? How affordable to an individual who is watching this afternoon to say, I can take my child and they will be part of the school?
We really believe that our fee structure is very accommodative and affordable. And if we were to come through and have a look at our fee structure, it's something that we are not going to share here. But if you can come through and have a look at our fee structure, you're going to see that it's well structured in such a way that it really shows that it's catering for the basic needs, and then we do the rest. So in terms of the affordability of the school, we believe that the school is very affordable. Even starting from Form 1 up to Form 6, we are doing commercials or sciences. I think we've tried to make sure that every parent gets the value for the money that he or she is going to pay. And if ever you have been part or you're going to be part of Signet, you're going to realize that maybe by the end of the year, you would have really realized that whatever I paid, I think I really got the value for my money. Yes.
And maybe just to come through there, Itai, I know that in most schools there's the concern of, okay, how much is the fees? At Signet, that's not where we are focusing on. Our focus is, okay, what level of quality do you get from Signet? And I tell you, if you come and look at our product, look at the kind of service, the setting, and how we are delivering it, you will not be worried about how much we are charging. So if we tell you the figures now, you might think this or that. But if we show you the service, you will not be worried about the fees.
All right. Maybe thank you so much for coming through. Maybe you have last words to just tell the viewers. But they say they are on number 19 Selou Road, close to Enterprise. That's where they are. So you can go there with your children, register them. Especially now we're getting into the new year. They are open. I'm sure you're open. Maybe last words that you can share with the viewers.
I'll say one or two words, and then I'll allow my elder here to just say a few things. I want to say to the parents, Signet is open for you, and it is an Adventist-affiliated institution. It has everything you need to raise your child like Samuel, and it does it at a very, very high quality. If you are quality-driven, quality-drawn, Signet is your place. And we have already opened our enrollment for 2024. We are even increasing capacity. We are getting more property to increase capacity of what we can take in. So I need to invite you to pass through number 90 Selou and enroll with us. Even when you don't have a child that can fit in our system today, you can just pass through for a chat and for a free tour of the school and of the boarding houses as well.
Yes, and you, Mr. Tapuzi?
Thank you. There's something that is very important that we are doing at Signet. You know, traditionally or conventionally in most systems, you're going to realize that when a child sits for a grade 7 exam, the next exam that he or she is going to take is the Form 4 exam, O level. That's after about 4 years. What we've realized is that at Signet is that it's very difficult for you to then measure yourself against the international standards after 4 years. So what we have done is we have taken the route of making sure that each and every student who gets into our institution as a Form 1 or Form 2 student is going to sit for what is called a checkpoint exam. A checkpoint, as the name suggests, is a point when you really check yourself against the international standards. When you have taught your Form 1 and your Form 2, you need to check yourself against the international standard. Are we following the international standard? How are our students relating? How are they faring versus all the other students internationally? So it's something that parents should be interested in, for you to be able to see that, okay, fine, my child was in Form 1 and he got into Form 2. Now, comparing this child with another child in UK, how does my child compare? So at Signet, every Form 2 student is going to sit for a checkpoint exam from now on. Yes.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming, and we've seen your booth. It's a very amazing booth, and keep on doing the work that you're doing. May God bless you. For our viewers, please just go and visit their offices. They will give you what you want, and I'm sure to those who have children, you will be able to see that they are offering good products that will make your home a better home and the community to be a better one. I hope that you go, like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook channel, that is NZC Media and Bluffview Media. I hope God will bless you as we carry out through the activities of the day. We'll be right back shortly. All right, welcome back, and we are here with guys from ADRA. They are here with their booth as well. They are exhibiting here at the NZC session. So they will introduce themselves and they will tell us more about what ADRA is, what ADRA does, and where they are from as well. So how are you guys? I'll start with you.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, my name is Shanae Banda. I'm the communications for ADRA Zimbabwe.
Okay, thank you so much, Shanae. And you are?
My name is Edwin Mashawiza. I'm the programs manager.
Programs manager. So we have big people here, communications and programs. So you're going to tell us about the products that, the programs that you do as ADRA, and who are you guys?
Okay, so ADRA stands for the Adventist Development and Relief Agency. It is the humanitarian arm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It was established in 1956 as the Seventh-day Adventist World Services. And this was a department of the church, just like how we have education, Dorcas, and ARMO, right? And then in time, it became independent from the church and became a standalone organization. In Zimbabwe, it started as SAWS in 1968. That's when it was registered. And then in 1983, we rebranded to ADRA. So now we're actually 40 years ADRA. Okay. And if you were following us this year, we celebrated the anniversary in September with the ADRA International President and visiting country directors from from Africa.
From Africa. All right, so the way you were celebrating the 40 years, how did you celebrate the 40 years?
So it was pretty awesome. We had a four-day event. And the main way in which we are celebrating it is through the theme environment safeguarding and climate action. And I will leave Edwin to explain why we chose that and what we're doing exactly.
Okay, yeah, you may follow through on this one.
Okay, thank you so much. So, yes, we choose the theme, climate action and environmental safeguarding. Why? Because of the effects of climate change, which can go unnoticed. Everyone is feeling the impacts of climate change, and there's currently many things happening around the issues of climate change. For example, here in Zimbabwe, we are experiencing some floods. We are also experiencing outbreak of pest and disease. We are also experiencing recurrent droughts and many other things. So as ADRA, we thought it's a good idea to focus on mitigating some of the effects of climate change. Okay. And one of the mitigation strategy which we choose is through tree planting, and we proposed that we are going to plant 40,000 trees in December, and we are not going to plant only trees, we are going to plant high-value fruit trees which are grafted, which are also budded. Those are the ones which are promoting. And why fruit trees? Because they can also have many benefits, such as nutritional benefits, shade, among others, and also they can be given much care. You can't expect someone to cut down trees, fruit trees for firewood. So it means that they are going to live longer. And the other thing which we also thought of is actually the issue of maybe sequestrating carbon in the atmosphere, which is a major threat of global warming. Hence, trees play a very critical role in carbon sequestration. So that's why, as ADRA, we choose to celebrate our 40 years planting trees, that not merely having a cake and eat and it passes. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so you're saying that you're planting 40,000 trees. How many so far have you planted? Maybe we need to wrestle with the target here, and looking at December is only a month away, and the year is about to end. How many trees have been planted, and so that we can rally the people so that they go into action to plant these trees?
Well, I don't have the figures offhand, right? But we've planted quite a lot. People have been supporting. And so what we actually have been doing is working with the church. And our members from all over the country have been joining in. And what we are encouraging people is for them to buy fruit trees from nurseries near them, or for them to graft and bud their own trees. So to actually help with that, we have been working with the conferences or the unions, and we trained, actually right now, we've trained 60 youth from 30 from North Zimbabwe Conference and 30 from the East Zimbabwe Conference, and they're supposed to then go and cascade what they learned to others. And I'm understanding that Northwood and Ruya, they have asked their students to come with trees to plant on the 1st of December. I know Harare City Center Church, they donated 800 trees for their members. Mount Pleasant Church recently, the Dorcas, they planted trees. We have a young man called Kumirai Gomba in Kwekwe. He is on a drive to plant 2.5 pawpaw trees by himself. And already he has done 500. And last I spoke to him last week, he was already on the next batch. Wow. So people are planting.
Okay. Yes. I'm sure you are also challenged to build trees wherever you are. But what ADRA is saying is that we need to plant 40,000 trees before the end of 2023.
40,000
fruit trees, rather, not only trees, but fruit trees, so that we can also get the shade and also get the food from them. Any last words that you have as you are parting with our viewers home?
So the reason we're planting again, in addition to everything that Edwin has said, is so that we can serve humanity so all may live as God intended, in love, in compassion, love, and justice.
Yes, and you, Elder?
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
any
you
last
so
words
much.
that you have?
I also want to talk briefly about our ADRA programs. Yes, as ADRA, we are doing quite a number of programs in the areas where we are working. We are working in the health sector, in the wash, where we are also drilling bores, solarizing those bores so that people get access to water and sanitation. We are also promoting horticulture activities, working with the government to operationalize some of the policies in line with horticulture, linking farmers to the markets. As ADRA, we are also working in infrastructure development for schools. We are building schools in Nyami Nyami. We also did the same in Gokwe. And again, in schools, we are also promoting school feeding programs in Rishawane and Gokwe. We are also responding to various emergencies, and currently, as ADRA, we are also working in Mbiri and Zarabani, where we are also responding to various emergencies, and all our programming, we are also mainstreaming aspects of climate change. We are also mainstreaming aspects of gender protection, among others. Thank you so much.
Well, guys, you have heard what these guys are offering. Do what you can to help them so that they bring the best of the products that they have. Also, if you have any support that you might need, go like their page on Facebook, go follow them on Instagram, they are there, and interact with them so that you can have some more information about this program, especially the tree planting development that we have. Go and plant fruit trees. 40,000 is our target by the year end 2023. I hope God will bless you and you keep you safe as you go out and plant more trees, as Jesus will also command you to do it. We are commanding you to do so. May God bless you. Welcome back. My name is Itai Chimala, as you all know, and we are here in Mazoe for the North Zimbabwe Conference 3rd Constituency meeting that is happening live, and we are here to especially organize the church and also elect officers that will be running for the next 3 years in the North Zimbabwe Conference. And part of this program, we also have exhibition booths that are here of people who are showcasing their products that they offer within their various enterprises. And here I'm joined with guys from Highview Clinic and Southly Hospital. So these guys are going to introduce themselves and tell us more of their administrative work and their clinical work, how they operate at these two institutions. Maybe I'll start with you, sister.
Thank you very much. A health afternoon to you all. We are very happy to be partnering with the North Zimbabwe Conference in promoting good health to all of our members in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And we are happy to exhibit here at Mazoe session. I'm joined with Sister Jange, who is the nurse in charge, sister in charge at our clinic in Highview. By the way, we have got two institutions. We've got Southly Hospital, situated in Southly Park, Harare South, and we have got Southly, the Highview Clinic and Maternity that is situated in Highview, in Highfields. So we are happy we are partnering with the North Zimbabwe Conference in promoting health. We are also a service provider to the North Zimbabwe Conference workers. So which means we offer medications on account to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and they pay at the end of the month. So basically the reason why we are here is to complement their efforts in promoting health to their members. As the hospital, we've got quite a number of facilities that we offer. We've got theater services, we've got admissions, we've got maternity, we've got the radiology services. That is, we also do scans, we do x-rays, we do quite a number of radiology screenings. Not only living behind the farmers. We are a one-stop center where we offer quite a variety of services, where we have also the farmer services, where when the doctor has prescribed you medicines, you don't have to go around looking for medicines. We can get the medicines right at the doorsteps of South Hospital.
All right.
We so far, when we came here to exhibit, we have attended quite a number of people. And Sister Janke has got figures on the number of people that has attended to. By the way, we have got a motto, a very good motto to say, we are a healing tool in Jesus' hands, which means all the work that we are doing, there is a man behind the scenes. Jesus himself is assisting us to promote good health.
Oh, this is amazing, and I'm sure it's quite a big institution because you've mentioned that you have the scans, you also do maternity, so that means that it's quite a wholesome clinic that you have at Highview and Southly as well hospital.
That's correct. That's correct. We Harare South. We are pleased to announce and to inform our members that we are one of the biggest institutions, private institutions in Harare South, where we offer quite a number of those services.
All right, this is good. Maybe coming to you, maybe you might want to delve deep into the clinical part of the hospital. He has been telling us about the administration. Maybe what do you tell the viewers about Highview and Southly Hospital?
Okay, thank you very much. We are actually proud to be part of this meeting as Highview Clinic and Southly Hospital. We are a Christian-centered community, and we're actually glad to be part of this meeting, serving the community free of charge, making sure that everyone's safe and making sure that we provide our services to those who are in need of it. So currently we've been majoring with vital observation checking as our baseline for diagnosis. We are doing free blood pressure checking. We are also doing random blood sugar checking. We are also doing weight checks, height checking, and calculating the BMI. And we are also advising our clients accordingly. So from yesterday, since we attended this meeting, we managed to do about 100 random blood sugar tests.
Okay.
And among those 100 tests, we managed to find 20% of them were newly diagnosed diabetic patients. And as a Christian-centered community, we advise them to come for free consultation at either Highview Clinic or Southly Hospital.
Thank you.
And then amongst those, we have 25% of the 100 tests we did. 25% are already diabetic patients. Some of them we realized that maybe due to change of environment coming to this meeting, some they failed to bring their medications, and we've realized that we have been having challenges in them controlling their blood sugars. So we have been managing them accordingly and giving the first aid management that we could give. We also managed to do blood sugar checking, and so far we have checked more than 200 clients doing blood sugar checking, of which we have managed to find out that around 15% of these people, they are already hypertensive, of which some of them, they've devoted their treatment, some of them, they are not adhering well to the treatment, making them really difficult to regulate their blood sugar. So as Highview and Southly Hospital, we have been educating them on drug adherence, discussing the possible complications associated with the poor adherence to such medication. However, we managed to find some newly diagnosed hypertensive patients whom we advise accordingly to give them a free consultation to come to either Highview Clinic or Southly Hospital. We've also managed to come across certain conditions, like there are people who are allergic to certain stimulants, maybe due to change of environment, maybe change of diet, and sort of. So we have been managing those clients, offering first aid management, giving them prescriptions so as to manage the condition. However, as Highview Clinic and Southly Hospital during this cholera era, we have been making sure that during this meeting, proper infection prevention and control measures are taken in terms of hand hygiene, proper disposal of waste, food hygiene. We have been giving education to those who have been coming to where we are exhibiting as Highview Clinic and Southly Hospital. We've also been discussing the issues of maybe serving food whilst it's still hot. We know this is a very huge gathering. The issue of handling food may be a challenge, but we are here as Highview and Southly Hospital to make sure that proper infection prevention and control measures are all taken care of. And we have seen that this is a hot weather. Yes, and some of people are complaining of headaches, maybe due to dehydration, the condition, the weather is very hot. So we also encourage everyone to have plenty of fluids, and also the relevant authorities to make sure that we have enough water, clean and safe as we are in the cholera era, so that we don't have dehydration cases. So I think that's all we are offering as Highview and Southly Hospital. Thank you.
I'm sure you have heard what they are offering, and you need to visit their hospital and their clinic, both in Southly Park and in Highfield, so that you can get treatment. You never know what you are feeling right now. It's because of you not visiting their hospital. So you need to visit them, have their products, and also they can assist you in whatever you are facing in your life. Also, maybe just briefly, are you able just to encourage men, especially we are in the Men Month, November, about the screening of the cancer that is prostate? Maybe just in few words, what do you advise men?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, during this month, as Highview Clinic and Southly Hospital, considering the issue of prostate cancer, we have been screening men, asking different questions, offering pamphlets on health education about prostate cancer. Then as Highview and Southly Hospital also we have laboratories. We have got ultrasound scan to screen for benign prostate hypertrophy. And some men whom we have seen they are maybe at risk of having that prostate cancer, we also manage them to offer them free consultation to come and access our radiology services so that we do proper screening and also educate them accordingly.
All right, just a last words that you might have to the viewers as we part.
Thank you, Itai. We are encouraging our members to visit our our mobile clinic to get information concerning the personal health, concerning women's health, men's health, and also quite a number of issues that we have information that is there. Everything that we are doing there is free of charge. So
Okay.
invite all of our membership to attend to our exhibition and see what is there and what is ready for them in as far as health is concerned. A healthy body is a body that is able to evangelize very
Yes.
well.
Yes.
So without good health, we'll not be able to evangelize according to what it should be. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and I hope that God will bless you. Keep on in your ministry, keep on also in your work, doing the best to serve the communities that you are in. Please, guys, go visit their clinic. Maybe you can be assisted there, and God will be with you as we carry on with the day. There are so many guys who will see that they have their exhibition around this territory. We are here live in Mazoe for the North Zimbabwe Conference 3rd Constituency meeting, and we are here to elect and we are here to organize the church. Be part of the program, and I hope that God bless you. And we'll come back shortly at 2 o'clock sharp. We'll be here with the procession of the day. May God bless you.